Coming up.
You guys were married at that point?
Oh, I think so. We got
I didn't know
married in
that.
2008.
You didn't seem like a married person.
Oh, stop it. We were on the same...
The situation we currently have at hand is one of the most tense, uncomfortable situations that three comedians have been in a very long time. Theogate is a scandal between Theo Von and Tom Segura's wife, Christina Pazsitsky. Theo and Christina have been heavily accused of having sexual relations in the past, and they both still deny it to this day. The clip I am going to be breaking down is Tom Segura and his wife Christina's podcast, Your Mom's House, episode number 505 with guest Theo Von. This interview is so captivating because it becomes blatantly obvious in the first 10 seconds that something very fishy is going on here. They brought Theo on their podcast to squash the accusations, but in the end, we were only left with more suspicions. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Theogate.
Thanks for coming by, man.
Finally.
Yeah, man. This is great. I appreciate it.
Wait.
What?
we got a couple more clips to show.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What do we have?
What do we got?
I mean, we're having them on here to kind of talk about this Theogate stuff.
They go the entire interview without addressing the scandal, and it's not until the last 30 minutes of the interview that things get very interesting. Tom and his wife make an attempt to end the podcast without addressing the elephant in the room. One of the cameramen is shocked when they try to end the podcast, and his reaction and what he says confirms that the main reason they brought Theo on the podcast was to address Theogate. This alone raises a red flag. Watch carefully to how Tom reacts.
I mean, we're having them on here to kind of talk about this Theogate stuff, right?
Oh, right. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Theogate.
Yeah.
Invitation only.
No.
Invitation only.
Well,
And you're here.
and I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. So
Tom points at Theo. When he does this, he is trying to convince him of his confidence and make it known to Theo that he forgot about it, but then immediately after touches his lip and readjusts his clothing. He wants Theo to believe that he forgot, but he is lying. Touching your lips is an instinctive response that stems from our childhood that shows someone's beliefs contradict what they just said and that they are trying to hide it. He then activates a pacifying technique of readjusting his clothing to ease himself more. Any adjusting of clothing or bodily touching helps ease the discomfort that just arose. He clearly did not forget about this.
Oh, right. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Theogate.
Yeah.
Invitation only.
No.
Invitation only.
Well,
And you're here.
and I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. So
made it.
Christina is not laughing because she found something funny. She's laughing because she is extremely nervous about what is about to happen.
people that don't know.
Yeah, people that don't know.
Such a
silly
weird
jacket.
He has such a weird looking face.
No, he's handsome. You don't think he's handsome?
I mean,
Oh, he's handsome.
he's
Yeah,
handsome,
he's
but
a
he's
good-looking
also
guy.
like ambiguously ethnic. Like I don't know what's going on.
It's upsetting that you can't identify it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like kind of like Aladdin meets Rocky.
Totally. Aladdin meets Rocky, 100%. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead. So
Christina lets out a very elated laugh in response to Theo. She laughs at his statement and then snaps back to reality and realizes the situation that she is currently in. This is confirmed when she immediately grabs her neck after correcting herself. She knows that that did not look good for her. Grabbing your neck is a very defensive response people instinctively do when they feel that they are about to be attacked.
so you're saying that the Theogate controversy started around this
I feel like this is
clip.
the origin of it.
Was it?
Up until this point, Tom and Theo are having a friendly conversation, and when Tom asks what car he has, Theo says, "I'm Ubering now." Tom clearly does not believe him, and what happens next is so intriguing.
It was like I'd asked somebody like, "Whose car is that?" I love cars, and it told me it was your car. I was like, "That's a nice car you got," and like we talked about.
Oh, it must not have been mine then.
It was a nice 4 Series.
It was? Oh, yeah. I had that 4 Series for a while.
See?
I hated that. But
What's
thank
a
You
you.
hated
4
that?
Series?
It's at BMW.
BMW. It just,
You got rid of it?
yeah, it just hurt my back. I couldn't do it.
What'd you get?
I'm Ubering now.
You just Uber?
Yeah.
So, but what my point is.
Wow.
Tom readjusts his position with his hands in his pockets, purses his upper lip, and takes a sudden deep breath of air. Assuming Theo was not telling the truth, Tom just hit a figurative wall with Theo, and in this moment he realizes why Theo was there in the first place. Sudden deep breaths are indicative of stress, anger, and preparation of the fight or flight response. My theory is confirmed when Theo immediately takes an identical breath of air. In this single moment, the adrenaline is pumping. You can now see that both Theo and Tom are quite literally preparing themselves for psychological warfare. It has now become obvious to the cautious observer that there is a massive amount of tension between these two.
Oh, you have a good memory. See, what's for me is my memory doesn't really tabulate things like that. It won't tabulate sometimes history.
Yeah.
So then I'll get in these spaces where it's like, oh, I've barely ever even talked to Tom.
For the next 4 minutes, there are no other figurative roadblocks between these two, so Tom feels comfortable enough to actually acknowledge the tension and try to make the situation more genuine.
When you talk to him here, my brain will like try to forget. It won't do it on purpose, but it'll do it on accident. So
I
again,
also am guilty of this in that I feel like loose and comfortable here. I feel like loose and comfortable here.
Before sharing the intimate part of his life, he subliminally tells Theo, "I'm only telling you this because I feel comfortable around you right now." Tom says this because he wants Theo to know that he is putting his guard down. For now.
A lot of times at stand-up shows, I just kind of get like tunnel vision and thoughts.
Right.
I'm thinking about like my set, and even though I've been doing this, 17, almost 18 years, I'm not like super loose and like, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Like I get into my head.
In 15 seconds, Theo makes an observation about Tom. This could easily be taken as an insult. Tom is taken back and surprised that they dug that deep into him, and Tom shakes his head in disapproval, but it's not until we see him lunge a verbal dagger at Theo that we see just how much his statement really hurt him. This is such a crucial moment because this is the first time Theo blatantly insults Tom without putting it behind a smokescreen.
May come across as rude,
Well, here's
especially
some
he's not a
clips.
good personality. Sometimes he does come across rude.
I could see the limited personality a little bit, but I felt like, and then
not friendly.
Yeah, or just not like, he's kind of, he's the second guy. He's the second guy to, he'll meet you at a handshake, but he ain't going to start one.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And I don't say that to be mean, and I don't even know if that's true.
Okay.
Wow.
But what I will say is, I think, some of it I probably let build up in my head a little bit. And I didn't have any ill will. I just thought, for some reason they don't like me.
I
wow.
definitely started our handshake today. Go ahead and play this clip.
Conspiracy.
And that is true. I will say you did
So,
do that.
so this is when Brent.
This is the first time in the interview that the friendly facades come down and an actual attack is made on both sides. Theo made an offensive attack on Tom, and Tom countered it extremely well by calling him out completely and confronting him. Tom touches his face and his head immediately after. He knows the first attack has been made and things just got serious.
Sweet lamb husband.
There you go.
So this is
brother.
the text, right?
Yeah, this is me texting with Theo. I go,
These text messages are very interesting. They give the facade of them getting along with each other, but something is definitely off. Why is Tom saying, also the people that buy into it are so dumb? Shouldn't he be happy that this supposedly fake beef is working? No, something is going on here.
Tell us the truth.
Curious.
You guys have an affair. So is this next clip, is this the smoking gun? Oh
wait,
my
what?
God.
What's a smoking gun?
This is the one that everybody thinks that Theo and I had an affair.
What's
Tom,
this?
You didn't see this video yet, Tom?
What is this?
This is the one that everybody thinks that Theo and I had an affair.
What's
Tom,
this?
You didn't see this video yet, Tom?
What is this?
When Christina mentions a smoking gun interview, Theo's face instantly scrunches up in distaste and looks similar to SpongeBob out of water. You can tell he is nervous by how he doesn't even have the capacity to hide his facial disgust and by how fast he rotates his head towards Tom.
Start off with Christina Pazsitsky.
Hi.
That is a fascinating last name. What is the best pronunciation of your name you've ever heard?
Oh, ever heard? Someone's totally abandoned. Oh,
What the fuck is this?
Okay.
Which is actually a
Tom immediately gets very frustrated, and you can tell that he is not playing any games.
another comedian in LA, Esther Pavitsky.
Okay. No relation,
This is
I'm
a little
assuming.
intro.
No.
Of course not.
Wait, are we going to
No.
watch the whole fucking interview? This is so boring. I can't. Oh, there it is.
You're
There it
no holds
is.
barred when you do your comedy.
And
You go
I
wherever
don't-
You go whatever. So is it hard
I don't even remember that.
on TV and be TV clean?
No, not at all. I mean, I was on Chelsea
What Christina did here raises a lot of alarms for us. She makes an attempt to exit the situation and change the subject. This raises a lot of red flags because Tom is clearly entranced with anger by this video and she knows it. In this current moment, nobody there is bored, not even her. This is the most tense moment of the entire interview. No one is bored and she knows it. Right after Tom sees her on video grab for Theo's hand, she decides to go a different route, double down and point it out as if nothing's wrong.
And I never looked at her chest or anything, Tom, if you look
You just
at
have to
me.
know what medium you're working.
Please don't play my boring interview. Please don't play my boring interview.
Tom is still fuming but continues watching. Theo notices this and begins to almost bargain with him, claiming he never did anything with her. For the sake of the video, let's assume that what she is about to say next is factual.
So is this the first time you've seen that, Tom?
What is going on?
Yeah, look, I know.
What is going on?
Yeah, look, I know. I didn't. That's me.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wait, let's see the hand. What's that all about? What is that all about?
That's a church. Some of you do it at church even.
All right,
That's
I'll tell you
normal.
something. I'll tell you what happened. Now, Theo, you came clean and you said that you felt that we didn't like you.
Right.
Now, this, I remember, how long ago was this? What do you remember even what
This was
year it
in West Palm Beach.
Right, but how many, I don't know.
Probably
what
9
year.
years ago.
Okay, so.
Or 7.
Yeah, so anyway, we were last minute put together to co-headline.
Yeah.
That weekend, and I thought that you didn't like me because I remember like we take turns headlining, and I was in the green room, and I don't know, maybe you were joking, I'm sure you were, but you were like, I don't like it when women don't act like ladies. Do you remember this conversation? You're like, back where I'm from, girls don't act like you do on stage. And I was like,
really? I said that?
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe we were, a little drinky drink. I don't know. And so I was like, oh, he doesn't like me. And I think what I was doing there is like a lame attempt at like, well, he doesn't fucking like me, I'm going to annoy him. Because watching that now, that's something, I mean, I knew I was being taped. Obviously, I was married to Tom. I've been with him for a million years. Never
You
cheated
guys
on
were
my
married
husband.
at that point?
Oh, I think so. We
Oh, I
got
didn't know
married in
that.
2008. Anyways, I think that's what I was trying to do. And
This is where her story begins to crumble. I didn't know about that. Look at Theo's face and his eyebrows. He is completely taken back when he found out she was married at that point. There is no reason for Theo to react that way if Christina never made any advances on him or vice versa. Theo is always very genuine in his communication. And we see here that with his genuine reaction, Theo might as well have kicked Tom right in the nuts. Notice how Christina dismisses it almost instantly. She knows that that is not good for her storyline at all.
for a million years, never
You
cheated
guys were
on my
married
husband.
at that point?
Oh, I think so. We
Oh, I
got
didn't know
married in
that.
2008. Anyways, I think that's what I was trying to do. And also because we were on the
You
same...
didn't seem like a married person.
Oh, stop
Whoa.
it. We were on the same show together.
You didn't seem like a married person.
Oh, stop
Whoa.
it. We were on the same show together.
Theo notices that he just got brushed off the first time, so he decides to double down. He says, "You didn't seem like a married person." This is what pushes Tom completely over the edge, because it's the first time that he feels his relationship with his wife is not what it seems. Although it may not look like it, that whoa was not directed toward Theo. It was directed towards his wife. The statement Theo just made is the most tense moment of the entire interview. When Theo says this, all the plausible deniability that Theo and Christina had is taken away. By not addressing her husband's serious reaction and brushes it off again, telling Theo to stop it, it has now become clear to me that she is trying to protect something. She is hiding something.
I think people assume that because you've done road rules that we're all part of a sorority and
do
that we
look
should all be
annoyed.
BF. Oh, he hates me.
I was probably
Look how
annoyed.
much he hates my
Well,
guts.
that's how
why
I
I
look
did it.
Yeah.
also.
But you look extra annoyed.
Look at it. He hates
Yeah.
me. And look at my face. I'm
Yeah.
so happy to look how annoyed he is. Yeah,
Actually,
you
this
fucking
is-
hate me.
This right here, if you don't move this looks like a screen grab of what she's describing.
Yeah.
Right here, if you don't move this looks like a screen grab of what she's describing.
Yeah.
Here it is confirmed to us that she was most likely lying. Notice her uproar when Tom finally buys into her story. This is the first time she has smiled in a while, and she goes from very focused on trying to prove her point to extremely pompous in a matter of seconds. She just won Tom back, and she knows it. Why would she become so excited if she was just recalling a memory? Usually people who are telling the truth get very angry when people don't believe them. And usually when people are telling the truth and they get the other party to believe them, they don't become overjoyous. Their emotions become neutralized because they still feel angry and partially disrespected that they were not believed.
Looks like she's like, look how fun it is to annoy this guy.
And I was
Yeah.
totally into annoying you because I thought like, oh, he fucking hates my act. You don't think I'm funny.
Do you think that does that ring true at all?
Does
though?
that? Do you remember that?
No, it doesn't ring. I mean, it does. I don't remember. I can't imagine I would ever say anything like that. That's crazy if I would say something like that. But no, I remember we co-headlined. I remember.
Notice the look of disgust she gives Theo when he once again denies another part of her story. She thought she was in the clear, and she is praying that she doesn't get swallowed back in.
We took turns going before or after each other on the shows. And, yeah, I mean, that's all I really remember about it. And if I did say that to you, I'm sorry, you know?
What I find so confusing about this is that if Christina and Theo did have an affair, then why wouldn't they agree to have their stories line up to cause less confusion? Is it because Christina is trying to hide something, or is Theo? Somebody is hiding something. Is it Theo, or is it Christina? Regardless of if Christina and Theo had an affair, one thing is for certain. Tom Segura and Theo Von definitely slept with each other. I'm so grateful that you take precious time out of your day to watch my videos, and I'm so lucky to get the chance to meet and discuss with you guys about a very interesting topic. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and leave a comment. These videos take a while to make, and it makes me happy to know that you guys genuinely enjoy them. If you like this video, I promise you'll like my others. My name's Glidget Ronin, and thank you so much for watching.